Good morning to all of you. You're all bio strong people, right? Good morning to all of you. 7 colors on the stage. We have made the rainbow for the day. And beautiful colors across the stage who are all competing to make the day more and more wonderful and beautiful. Very hearty morning to every one of you. I have got to be pleased because at least today on the stage, I'm seeing both the deans and both heads of the departments from School of Computing and Informatics and Biotechnology have been together. The reason is, particularly these two schools are highly confronting. The one who does not like mathematics, the one who cannot get into mathematics, the one who cannot even understand why mathematics does not have a K in its spelling, are the biotechnology people. They think biology is without mathematics. On the other hand, people of computing have got to be very strong in mathematics, but unfortunately, they treat biology as an untouchable subject. And this is the place where agglomeration has been happening, and your whole theme itself is the agglomeration. In fact, you have got to understand tomorrow's killing combination is biology and computing. It's a very, very killing application. It's a very killing subject in the days to come. Unfortunately, our education experts only now are they realizing that the learner should be allowed, should be given the freedom to choose the subjects which they have got to study because they know what combination could be useful for them. Whereas, look at your own Andhra Pradesh. In your Andhra Pradesh, you have two exclusively different streams at the +2 level. While one cannot get into computing, other cannot get into biotechnology as per design. On the other hand, today you could be wondering why in bioinformatics field, Karnataka people are doing better. You should understand the reason because at the +2 level in Karnataka, we study 4 subjects and therefore biology becomes compulsory. So biology, physics, chemistry and mathematics is such a wonderful combination. While in biology you speak about diffusion, you speak about digestion, you speak about osmosis, you do not know that you are speaking mathematics. Look at the entire digestive system. First of all, you should understand it is you people, the biotechnology people, who have called it as a system. And you call it as systems biology. From where does this word system come? System is entirely an engineering word, not a biology word at all. From where does this system come? And look at this human system, which is such a wonderful interwoven combination of several systems. You study nervous system differently. You study digestive system differently. You study circulatory system differently. And you study reproductive system differently. You study them differently, but then the operation within the body is an overall system. From where do you get this concept of system? Look at the digestive system. The moment you look at food, saliva is automatically generated. You have still not tasted it. Look at the beauty of the entire system, that the food is not gulped down into your stomach like in the old steam engine where they were just pushing the entire coal into the furnace. it is allowed to go slowly. And the pipe here becomes the bottleneck because the volume of food, the width of the food that you are going to swallow is decided by this pipe width. Before that, the food stays in the mouth for a long time, pretty long time. Of course, today none of us have time. We would love to swallow the food, but it is not the way. So from here up to the absorption into another system called circulatory system, isn't it? The food ultimately has got to get absorbed by the circulatory system up to the absorption and then handing over the remaining to the excretion system. Look at this, such a wonderful system combination where the systems are totally integrated. If you really want to understand, you are the best mathematicians, because the entire concept that later you would come, don't disturb the stomach by eating frequently. From where does it come? It all comes because of the mathematical logic. That is exactly what has got to be biology. And unfortunately, our people, the way they teach, without even bringing mathematics, because our teachers, our scientists in biology do not know mathematics. On the other hand, we who know mathematics do not know domain biology. We do not have domain. Right? Now you should understand. Yesterday when I was talking, probably with him only, when I was talking, in some other context, I was just asking him what is the difference between exogenous activity and an endogenous activity. The cholera, the dysentery, which happens, is it because of exogenous activity or endogenous activity? You should understand. So that defines the system's boundary. In fact, the dysentery would happen, in fact, particularly our religion, so-called religion, they tell that you should not take non-veg on Friday or someday, isn't it? Because you are not allowed to take non-veg on Friday, with revenge you would have eaten it on Thursday, isn't it? Because you will not allowed to take non-veg on Friday. So the revenge is there on Thursday, you would fill up. Then when will this absorption will be taking place? The non-veg absorption. It is purely on Friday, the day when you are going to worship. Right? So we should definitely understand the influence of the system, concept of the system, and the mathematical necessity of mathematically modeling the system to understand what you normally call it as in silico computations. Right? Unfortunately, your bioinformatics people do not know any mathematics. Let me tell it straightforward. And they all talk about useless hi-fi words like deep learning, etc., etc., which is for all of them is only the tool set which has been created by computing people. Have you ever created one mathematical model? Have you asked your candidates to understand what is mathematical model? When I look at a beautiful lady, automatically I would smile. From where do I get this? From where do I get this feeling? On the other hand, even if I look at my father also, I may not be able to smile comfortably. From where does it happen? How does it happen? Is it biology? Is it intuition? Or is it only an intuitive feeling that you get? Absolutely no. It is just biochemical algorithm. You should understand that it is just biochemical algorithm. In fact, people tell that it is love at first sight. Love at first sight is the ability of the internal biochemical algorithm and its ability of instantaneous computation in the nervous system, the neural network, just to decide upon that particular lady or that particular man. Because the computations have been so strong that the computation will instantaneously give a decision that he or she will be my life partner, and for my partner, he shall be my able partner to reproduce. That is exactly what is the biochemical algorithm. But its speed, look at its speed, right? In some people, it will not happen. It will happen slowly, gradually. Probably it could happen the counter way. First, it could be a fighting. In other words, the whole neural network is negatively, weighted. The weights of the neural network would become negative. Thereafter, gradually with iteration, and subject to the iteration, it will undergo lot of changes, and then the neural network would stabilize. At that time, one would propose to the other. So this is excellent example of neural network computation. In fact, I don't have time. I definitely would love to give that equation which I was reading, obviously combining biology and computation. The equation is B cross C cross D. B multiplied by C multiplied by D is equal to AHH. I shall just explain. B stands for your biological power. B stands for understanding the biology, biological background. B stands for biological background. B stands for the biological power. C stands for the computing power. B stands for the biological power sitting on this side, and C stands for the computing power sitting on that side, and D. D is data. Could you get it? Data. It is not data analysis. It is not data engineering. It is data. C into D will make it data engineering. B into D, B cross D will make it bioinformatics. So bioinformatics and computing power, B cross C cross D, is equal to AHH, ability to hack human beings. AHH stands for ability to hack human beings. So you can penetrate, you can get into the behavior of a human being. So the behavior of human being is not spontaneous. It is not individuality. It is not, see, some people have a smiling face. It is not his individuality. It is his computing ability. It is his neural network. It is how he has trained and have given the weightage to the neural network. Right? Look at, the neural networks are identical in both the human beings. However, one hates a person, another likes a person. How can that be possible? You should understand that. For example, you love your wife. Unfortunately, your wife always hates your mother. Isn't it? On the contrary, your mother will always be competing with her own daughter-in-law, that is your wife. Right? And she wants to have a command over you. Look at the entire loop over here. And this loop now has got to reach a state of equilibrium computation, otherwise family will be ruined. So it is a distributed computing, isn't it? There are three systems, and all these three systems have got to externally get connected, externally get communicated, isn't it? And then it has got to reach a decision, equilibrium decision. Therefore, anything on earth, anything, particularly which involves so-called intelligence of the human being, so-called intelligence, computing, external computing power, maybe you call it by then, maybe whatever it is, that gives you an additional quick computing ability. Is it all right? So, biology people should not say that we hate mathematics. Mathematics people should understand that their own existence is possible only with the domain, and the strongest domain has got to be the biology. Otherwise, we cannot understand the glory of human being, the inherent beauty of the human being, and the inherent capabilities of the human being. Tomorrow people could tell artificial intelligence takes over. Impossible. Because as many human beings are there, so many neural networks are there, and as many neural networks are there, so many decisions are entirely different, and we can at the most cluster the decisions, but even within the cluster, every two decision is different. There is a discrimination. All right? Therefore, just it's a myth that artificial intelligence would take over, but artificial intelligence would definitely come out with a more loyal and a powerful helping tool to everybody, that most of us who felt that we have the jobs being the laborers in this ordinary universe will not have the job, because up to this day we used to be happy being the laborers. We have never understood we have our potential is not to work as a laborer. Our potential has got to be above the laborer's job. Until I realize that, definitely there shall be absolutely equilibrium would be lost. And to regain the equilibrium, obviously I shall take some other occasion how the equilibrium will be regained, and that how it results automatically in the reduction of the population. I shall explain it some other day. Till then, you understand bioinformatics, biology and mathematics have got to be the powerful combination which naturally is happening even in any human being, even in an animal also. Thank you very much.